Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Cincinnati Bengals. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Rock, call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Bound to lose one. Kill.
On first down, Mooney. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. On second down, Mooney. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's got room. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. 33 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bullet good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mike 52. And it's getting it wrong. 8.
Newton on first down. This one complete to Christian Kirk. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll run on first down. Mooney, and some room to run now. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and it's now 14-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Back to the air. Newton on second down. It got his man complete. That one good for 37 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up. How about that play?
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Gordon fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. From the gun, here's Newton. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down. And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. They'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Newton. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
Gun.
From the red zone now, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. That sack by Khalil Mack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Throwing is Newton. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Keith Kirkwood there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Gonna give this time to the tailback. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
15. Sweet protein spill. Haywood.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jordan. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down.
32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Yellow. 180.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Easy. Yellow.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Montez Sweat coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here. As they angle this one out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's get out the field, defense.
Now Newton. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now a first down throw for Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Fowler. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 for a Bengals TD. Short throw pick-6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Coming off the pick-6, it's Newton. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Newton. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the 50, Newton. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. On first down, Rock. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
Now 3rd and 5.
Now Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jordan. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 92 yards. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. So from back deep in their home territory.
Video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Aaron Donald. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
On 2nd down now, Mooney, and he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Now here's Mahomes. Throw left side complete. It's Franklin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
20.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
And it's third down.
Take a step. Look at him. Hey. Gun. Line 6. Check tight. Woo. Check tight. Hey, check. No check. Get the ball.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Garcia.
Let's go. Let's do it.
It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. On 1st and 10, Newton. And this will be incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. That'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 26.
20.
First down.
Echo. Line 6. We own them. Hey, check back.
On first down, Newton. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Odell Beckham. 26 yards. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Cam Newton now getting his guys ready to go for the 2-point try. Throwing again is Newton. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's got his tight end Fant. Past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Noah Fant, 73 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half is getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Evades the tackler, and now some space. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon tried to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. He finds Beckham, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 37. Newton now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Newton. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Gun. Here we go.
From the gun, Newton. It's caught by OBJ. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Go. He's checking. Gun.
Newton on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Bengals grab it. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton. He's going to take a shot for the ends, and that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Odell Beckham, already his second. Second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Back to throw, Newton. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is
right back to him on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
Hey, 43, 15.
Now a give, right side. Mooney. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. And the Bengals on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Mahomes to throw. Flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go again. Wide.
Gun. Great.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Garcia. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Check. Kill.
Great. 20.
Newton now to throw. He's going to go, and it'll be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll keep it on the ground. Mooney, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Mahomes. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Ja'Kai Polite in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Newton. Going up top. That's going to be caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Odell Beckham with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or 2 if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and it has to drive a coach crazy.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mooney. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check the backer. Check the backer.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Yellow. Let's go, Lou, ladies. Hey, Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday.
Twist.
80 weapon. 80 weapon.
Back to throw. Mahomes. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Now it's Newton. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Newton. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go on fourth. Newton. It's caught. Beckham. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
They go play action here on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Newton to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now it's Newton. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running